Broadcasting live from Haven Conference 2022 in Atlanta, it's time for Organization Conversation. Brought to you by Wall Control Storage Systems. Wall Control gives you the storage and organization you crave.
Hey guys, welcome back to Organization Conversation. I'm Richard and I'm here with Sophia. How you doing, Sophia?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. How's Haven been so far?
Haven has been so much fun. This is my second year here.
Oh, is it? Very nice. Yeah, I think this is maybe our third year, I think is how many times we've been. But yeah, it's always a good time, and always, the things we like about it are always here, and then it's always something new and different that's exciting. So yeah. So where are you from?
I'm from Oakland, California.
Awesome. And what is your channel? What's your own brand? What capacity are you here in?
Yeah, so I run the Instagram account, Sofia Sharpe Studios. I'm an artist, an art teacher. I do a lot of mural making. I make jewelry that's like DIY inspired. So I have hammer and drill earrings and other female empowerment designs.
That's super cool.
And I grew up doing a lot of DIY and, helping my family renovate the house. My dad was a blacksmith, so I've just had my hands in a lot of different trades and crafts my whole life.
I love how you married the jewelry aspect of it and the DIY. So how did that evolution happen?
I love doing different designs. I got a whole bunch of copper wire that was, really good electrical wire, high-grade electrical wire that was set to go to the landfill. And I was like, no, this is great. And I started playing around with some different designs. And so there's been a few different things that I've done, like female figures and like the body figure, as well as roller skates. I do a lot of roller skating. So it depends on like what group I'm in, like what I design stuff for.
Yeah, that's cool. So do you do you do it for somebody, or do you design it and then have it on your website and sell it that way? What's the process like?
So I sell on my website, sofiasharpe.com, and I'm also expanding into some other merch designs with some t-shirts that I've done, and I'll be doing some of the murals and other art that I do. That's going to start going onto some merch lines as well.
Awesome.
That I'm expanding into. And then I've done some commission work with some jewelry as well. So it's the stuff that I do, as well as other people reach out with things that they're interested in.
Awesome. Yeah, I love the, having like kind of a standard line that's always there, and then being able to do commission stuff for people that want something unique to, is it the commission stuff, is it more for the individual, like they want something, or is it like a jewelry store is like, hey, I'd like to have this kind of thing on my shelf?
So I've had a couple of just individual people have had a vision that they've wanted made, and then there was a women's empowerment entrepreneur group that I'm in, and each month we get like a gift box with different things themed off of what we're learning that month. And so they reached out to me asking to design a line of earrings for all the members in the group for one of the months.
Very cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So is it a full-time thing?
No, I'm a teacher. I teach art, kindergarten through fifth grade, and so that's the full-time gig.
Yeah.
And then the art is also a full-time gig, and in addition to that, summer, so I get to focus on it completely now. But the goal is to move into my studio practice full-time.
Very cool. Yeah, I bring it up because it's like so many people here. It's amazing how they can juggle, the full-time thing, the full-time thing, and then the other full-time thing that's not the full-time thing,
Right, and then running the business is
the
third full-time
exactly,
thing.
Yeah, because we were just having a conversation with the last guest, and it's like, and the busier you get, the more the running the business side of it starts to eat away at all that time too, So it's like you want to free yourself up to be as creative as possible, but you still have to cross the T's and dot the I's kind of side of it.
Yeah, that's what Haven is so great about, is learning all these different things about what can I continue to do on my own, what do I need to hire out, how to set the goals to get to the place.
Yeah, so how's that been? Did you come with objectives in mind, with classes written out, or did you figure, you kind of bouncing around as you go?
Yeah, so last year it was all new. It was my first year. I was really overwhelmed trying to, take on everything because I didn't want to miss out on anything. Yeah. And this year I'm a little bit more focused because there are directions that I know that's what I can take on right now. That's what I'm already doing and I need to expand to.
Gotcha.
And so, yeah, I have a little bit more of a game plan this year.
Yeah. Is it more creative or more like operational?
For me, the classes are operational.
That's what I would be the same, I think, because it's like, you know you're creative, and it's like how do you operate more efficiently so you can be creative when you go back home.
Yeah. So that was me last year. It was like, that's all that I can do. This year I want to do some of the workshop classes to give my brain a break as well.
Right.
And,
it's like being in class, like just drinking from a fire hose.
Have some fun and play around. So I'm going to mix it up a little bit this year.
Awesome. Cool. Well, we would be remiss if we didn't talk organization a little bit on Organization Conversation. So how does organization play into your process and make you more efficient and a better artist?
Right. So I live in a pretty small home. It's under 900 square feet. So space is of the essence. And so my tiny little garage, my tiny little basement, being able to organize the wall and shelving and stuff just helps me be able to take on all those projects that I want to do and all the millions of crafts and tools and materials and stuff.
Well, I'll have to show you too when we get off the episode. We have like a jewelry kit where people can hang jewelry, and it's been super popular. It's been. I mean, it's funny because a lot of our applications we never really thought of, but we have a customer photo contest, and they'll send in pictures of their different applications, and we're getting tons and tons of jewelry submissions, so we ended up creating like a package that's just for that. So,
that's great.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. So it might be in your circles of interest to somebody. So
yeah, and I remember talking to you guys last year about you guys print on the wall control too.
Yeah, that's a new thing. Our partner Hang Time, they're a business actually right down the road from us, and they do all kind of custom printing. So literally anything you could think of, they can print on a panel. So we actually have a bunch of artists that we work with, and they'll print their art on it and then actually sell it. So it's a pretty cool way to have functional wall decor is what we call it. So
great.
Yeah. So what any cool upcoming plans or projects you're working on you want to let our audience know about?
Well, I just finished some mural projects. I've got one mural in my garage that I'm still completing, and let's see. As far as other big projects that I'm working on, I've pitched a project for doing a fence that's a combination of a mural. So, if you're familiar with Mexican fence post cactus,
okay.
They're long, thin cactus.
Okay.
And you can plant them like fence posts.
I see. Yeah, they're like the pickets, but yeah.
Right. So my backyard is really close to the neighbors, and I want to be able to have some more privacy from their window in our backyard.
Yeah.
So I want to build this really tall fence, but it looks like Mexican fence post cactus. So the pickets, I'm going to shape the top of them a little bit more, and there'll be a variety of different greens, and it'll be a little bit more layered than just like a flat fence. Yeah. So that's a project that I put together as a pitch and looking to build in the next.
Well, that'll be cool. I'll have to follow along and see that develop. So yeah. And along those lines, again, how can our audience follow along with what you're doing and get in touch with you?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram as Sofia Sharpe Studios, and that's SOFIA SHARPE Studios, and then my website is same spelling, SofiaSharpe.com.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sitting down with us, Sophia. It's been a blast.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us. Organization Conversation is brought to you by Wall Control, a family-owned and operated producer of best-in-class wall-mounted organizers for your home or business, made right here in the USA. To learn more, go to wallcontrol.com.